All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Sorry about that, guys. And this is our getting started training. And I have already introduced myself, but one of the first things that you can do here is set yourself up for future success. And what are one of the things that we do for success is to be consistent. And I'm going to ask you, are you busy? Do you have other things on your plate? Is posting twice a day like not necessarily number one priority prior to doing this? Probably. And so one of the things that we can do is we can schedule our posts if we are in professional mode. So we want to make sure that we are posting twice a day. We'll talk about that more in a moment and why that's so important. But life happens. We get distracted. This happens, that happens, and we can forget. And so one of the ways that we can make this a little bit easier is to turn on professional mode on our Facebook. So where you would do that, if you don't have it already, and hi, Dave, you would go to your profile and below your information, kind of where it explains who you are, introduces you to the world, you're going to see these three little dots. That's going to open up a menu. And if you do not have professional mode on, then you want to make sure you say turn on professional mode. If you do, don't turn it off, leave it on there. And then Facebook is going to prompt you to do some things. You might need to update your profile picture. You might need to, it might ask you some questions. Just follow along with that tutorial maybe after the training. And that will help you get in professional mode. And then you will be able to schedule your posts. So what I like to do is I pick one Sunday a month. I'll tell you, this is my little cheat here. And I will pick one Sunday a month where I will put on a movie for the kids and I'll say, Mom's going to two screen it. And I will literally schedule my entire month out so that I don't have to think about my morning and afternoon posts for the next 30 days. Now, I will add a little caveat there that even though my posts are scheduled, that does not mean that my social media work is done. I do have to do some other things to make sure I'm getting engagement and I'm responding to people. So if you think that if you schedule it, you'll forget to interact with your followers on Facebook, don't schedule it, okay? But this is just if you've got a good flow on doing your social media and interacting with people, and we'll talk about that in a minute, that you can schedule it in there. So that's kind of one of the first things. My computer's decided to freeze. Okay, the next step is these are some of the tools that we need to load into our tool belt. And hopefully by the time you get here, you have all of these things as well. But you can also think of this as what do I want to make sure that my teammates have as they're growing? And if there's anything here that perhaps you're missing. Now, there's two ways that you can get all of this that's pretty easy without you having to try to grab all of these links and jot them down. One, take a screenshot and your phone will magically turn it back into links by just clicking on the picture. Or if you are on the main team board, there is a little section that says start here. If you click on that, all of these links are embedded in there. So just know that that's two different ways that you can get it, but I'm just going to describe them really briefly. So first of all, we have boards. That's the one that I said where I'm going to mention 87,000 times in this Zoom. This is the backbone to the entire system of growth. So all of the posts that we post are on boards. All of the scripts that we use are on boards. Brent Palmer's YouTube channel, the links for these calls, the ingredient list. Like there is so much information that is all built into boards. So you want to make sure that you have it installed and that you have your team board installed on there as well. And just know your board, I talk about this a couple times in here, your board might look a little bit different than this one, and that's okay. Many of the teams have their own kind of custom board. This is going to be more of a generic, all-inclusive, so everybody is welcome to be on this one. And then your team board might have some different information in there as well. So just if yours looks a little different, don't fret. It's all going to have the same bones of information in there. Now, the next one is going to be Telegram. And this specific Telegram link, sorry, my hair is in my mouth. This specific Telegram link is going to be a one-way communication. Okay, so this is where we're going to say, hey, we've got a training today, or oh, there's a sale today, or get together with us this weekend. Okay. So this is where we're going to put out information. We're going to push it out to you. So as you're installing this, just realize it is a two-step process. One, you've got to get the app. Actually, Boards is the same. First, you've got to get the app from the App Store. And then you have to pull in the custom information. So if you are using this, just know you're going to have to go to the link, come back, go to the link again to make sure you join our channel, and you'll click on join. And how will you know if you're there? Well, you're going to get at least one message from me every single day, maybe one message from Coach Palmer every single day. Like, we're going to reach out to you. We won't do it too much, but we will remind you in there so that you can join into everything. Next is Circle of Health. This is a Facebook group, and this is a customer group. So we want to make sure that you are in there because you can use it as a resource to bring your customers into our community. I'll ask you a question. Do you want to be an expert? Okay, some of you say yes, some of you say no. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say no. I don't want to be an expert. I don't want to. I love our products. I want to use them. I want to benefit, but I don't want to have to know everything. Right? I don't want to have to know everything. That's what Circle of Health is for. So yeah, do I need to have some knowledge? Yes, Dave, we need to have some expertise. But when my customers are coming to me, I want them to know that there's something bigger than me that can really fill them in on everything that we have to offer. And that's what Circle of Health is for. So Dr. Crystal runs that along with Ashley Paulson and a variety of other people that know a heck of a lot more than I do about these products. And so it's a way that we can pull our customers into our community. And so we want to use that group with a lot of love and with a little bit of finesse. So I will say, I work really hard for my customers. Juanita, you work really hard for yours. Chris, so do you. So do you, Dave, Tom. Like, we all work hard to bring our customers into our community. And we are trusting Circle of Health to treat them well. So when I'm asking a question in there, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to ask it in a positive way. I'm not going to talk about business in there, not going to talk about making money. I'm going to talk about drops. I'm going to love on people, and I'm going to be a welcoming, safe space. So just know that it is very protected. So if anybody ever puts something in there that might be a little negative, or they're talking shop or dollars, something like that, that post is probably never going to even make it to the wall of the group, or it will be deleted out of there, because this is a safe place for you to put your customers and to nurture them. Now, with that, as you're inviting people, and there's a script for it, we'll get there, you want to just make sure that they put your name when they're answering the questions. If they do not answer the questions, and this is true for Circle of Health and Partner Co Nation, if they don't answer the questions, they will be denied admittance. And not because we don't love them and we don't want them, but guess what? We're dang cute. And a lot of people are checking us out right now. And they could be from other companies and other places, and they want in our rooms, right? They want to be in our groups. And so we're having to be really protective to say, you're not part of Partner Co. You're not one of our customers. We're not going to let you in, because we don't want, somebody coming into our groups. We don't want to let the fox in our hen house, right? And so we are very protective of these groups. So make sure they're putting your name in the questions, because we want them connected with you. So let's say 6 months from now, they're like, oh my goodness, I want to buy every single product that Partner Co has to offer. Well, I got to know that Tom is the one that added them in there, so that I reach out to Tom and say, hey, so-and-so wants to buy everything we have to offer, so you better call them and make that commission, right? So we want them tied to you. So that's Circle of Health. Partner Co Nation, we want to treat it the same way. And this group is our business group. So if you've got a question on how to build the business, you can ask it in there. If you want to celebrate your team, celebrate in there. I call this the group of love. I'm mushy gushy. I'm going to say love about as many times as I say boards in here. So just bear with me. But we want to love on you, and we want to love on your team. And so as you're getting people, please bring them into Partner Co Nation, because we're going to celebrate when they hit their ultimate status. We're going to celebrate when they're enrolling people. We're going to celebrate as people achieve ultimate, I already said that, and they hit different ranks and all of that. We want to celebrate in there. And nothing makes me more sad than when I'm going to make those title advancement posts and I go to tag you, Juanita, and you're not there. So I need you in the group and I need your team in the group so we can love on you. Again, this is a safe space. So as you're bringing people in, make sure they answer those questions and that they're connected with you. And when we're, if I'm grumpy and I want to complain, I take that to my upline. I don't take it to Partner Code Nation because this could be somebody's first day. And I don't want them to go in there and I'm having a bad day and I'm like, dang, blah, 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 blah. Well, I could scare somebody off. So I'm going to respect that space as well. And then lastly, the last thing that I want to grab is the Partner Co Share app. This is free. You can get it from the share or what's it called, the App Store, the Google Play Store, whatever you call it. And you will go in there. And what I use this for is, well, one, you see my pretty little background. That's not what my office looks like. I'm actually sitting in my sister's backyard right now. And so but it looks professional and it's clean. I think we've got a couple. Chris has got one, Juanita has one. So they've got a variety of fun backgrounds that no matter where you are, it always looks professional. So you can get that in there. They have a ton of information about all of our products. So you can become that expert, Dave, by going into the Share app. All the different products are in there. And then there's training. And guess what? We get like credit for achieving or going through the training that's on the Share app. So go watch it. How to make a smart link, how to do this, how to do that. It's going to add to your lifestyle credits, which is how we go on trips. So that's just a way that you can bolster that. So that's what I use the Share app through the Share app because one, I work in a lot of different people's back offices and I don't want to have to log in and out 8,000 times in there. But two, the back takes you all the way out of the app. I make many mistakes to not be able to go back. So I go directly to the internet and just go to partner.co. It's the office, but you can access it. So that's kind of the thing you need to install. We want sure those are there. And then the second row, some of the things that I would like for you to plug into. These are different events that we have on the calendar that we can all. And that's we take 15 minutes of the day. We just activity, a little bit of self-development to kick off the day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. And then the next one is the IPA Zoom. And the way I explain this as a mother of a teenager, or two actually, but a teenage boy is where it comes from, is this is the cheat code. So if you've ever played a video game, and that offers cheat codes, it allows you to kind of accelerate your game, do a little bit better. That's what the IPA Zoom is. So what they do on there, the majority of the time, is somebody's winning. Mary Catherine makes a post that explodes across, her entire Facebook, and she moves 30 boxes of drops in a day. She's going to go tell us about it. And she's going to say, I said this and that and the other thing. And all of this happened from it. So guess what I can do tomorrow? I can go copy her. And so that's what the IPA is for. It's about 45 minutes of training, of just tips and tricks of all the things that you can do in order to be successful. And then we have Wednesday Wisdom. This is a team call. Everybody's welcome. We do this every single Wednesday, and it's a deeper dive. So this is myself, Coach Palmer, and then whoever is winning out in the field. So tonight we've got two brand new senior officers. These are people that have achieved a good six-figure income in a very short amount of time. And we're going to interview them and say, okay, how are you making money? Because I want to make some money too. And so we'll go into kind of a little bit of a deeper dive on Wednesday evenings. It says 30 minutes. Maybe schedule out an hour because we can get a little chatty. But we would love for you to join us on that. So next is our social launch. And this is what we're going to do. This is what the entire system of growth is built around. And this is what allows us to attract customers to us. And so what does that look like? Why are we doing all this? Like, why are we making these posts? Well, if you've been in this industry for a minute, or maybe you're brand new, but we've got to do things to attract people to us. So if you've been in the industry, maybe you've done sales funnels, maybe you've done email campaigns, maybe you've done cold calls, like you've done different things to try to get people to talk to you, right? Like, I want to talk to you about my business. How can I get you on the phone? We are doing it now where people are today. People are on social media. When you've got a couple minutes, think about your day. When you've got a couple minutes to sit back, what do? You probably scroll. Like, we don't necessarily, we might put on the TV in the background, but we're like this, right? We're on the TV, but we're on our phone as well. You've got a couple minutes, you're waiting in line or school pickup or whatever. We're scrolling. That's where people are today. And so we are tapping into that with our system of growth. So it starts with a personal post. And this is a great way to introduce people that you're doing something different. And it does not have to be anything complicated. If you go into boards, there's an example, but I would love to see your face. So you put out there, hey, I'm Dave. I'm doing something a little bit different and I'm going to get healthy. Join me, right? Is the gist of it. I don't care how complicated you make it. I'm going to say, I do care. Make it simple. Don't make it complicated. Doesn't have to be a great picture. Doesn't have to be a horrible picture. Just you, right? That's it. Go make that post. And then from there, we're going to go do every single post from that is made for you. So there's only one that we need a little bit of you in it. Then after that, you can copy and paste from that point forward. And our goal is to post twice a day. Facebook says that most eyeballs are on at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. But let's say you're like, I am at work every day at 9 and 3. I can never be on social media 15 minutes before that. Well, pick 2 times that work for you, because the engagement before that is really important, because Facebook is only going to show your post to about 1% of your audience. This is how it works. So how can we make sure that that 1% is a little bit different every day? Well, we go reach out. So go wish people happy birthday, right? Cute cat, cute kid, great breakfast. Your hair looks great today. I don't know. Just go love on people for about 15 minutes before you make your post, and make them people outside of Partner Co. I appreciate your love. Go love on me, right? But really, the important thing is to go love on people outside of Partner Co. because I love you too, but I'm probably not going to buy drops from you because I can get drops for myself, right? So we want you to be reaching out to people outside of us so that those people are going to start seeing your posts so that they can be your future customers. And then you're going to make your post. And then as people respond to you on your post, you want to interact with them in that thread, that comment thread. So what I do is I put a heart on their comment, and then I'm going to respond back in a very normal way. Okay. So, oh my gosh, Chris, I can't wait to fill you in. Oh, Juanita, you're going to love these. I'm going to tell you all about them. What am I not going to say? I'm not going to say PM and DM, right? Well, I'm not going to do that either, Chris. You got it. I'm not going to say I'm going to DM you. I'm not going to PM you. I'm not going to private message you. Why am I not using that specific verbiage? Because it's salesy, right? If you go on like an influencer's page, it's like comment blah below, and then their bot is going to respond. Well, I'm not a bot. You're not a bot, right? So like, we don't need them to follow those scripts. We want to just have it be a real conversation. I'm also not going to throw up all over them in that specific comment thread. I'm going to keep that curiosity, and then I'm going to use the scripts over in their private message. Okay. So I'm going to move then when somebody says, tell me about these drops. I'm going to say, oh, Tom, I'm going to fill you in. Then I'm going to go over to my private message. I'm going to message Tom, and I'm going to use script 1, where it's like, thank you so much for asking about the drops. I love them. They go under your tongue 3 times a day, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to spell it all out. But there's some key things in there that, 1, are the scripts perfect? No. Do they use like common vernacular? Yes. Is there poor grammar? Absolutely. Are there emojis and like abbreviations? Yes. Why? Because it's real. It's not salesy. drove me crazy in the beginning. I'm a little bit analytical. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. In other words, I like to slow myself down sometimes. And so in the beginning, I'm like, ooh, this is not professional. I don't want to talk like this. And I cleaned up the scripts and my results were poopy. Then I got busy and I'm like, forget it. This doesn't work anyway. I'm just going to use the scripts exactly. And guess what happened? Went crazy. I've sold, oh gosh, I stopped counting it, about 1,000 boxes of drops. Um, and I have exploded a business with this. I mean, we have helped so many people. I would say at least 30 people on my specific team earn over 6 figures by not complicating it. So stop complicating it, right? And so use the scripts and realize that the typos are intentional. It was crafted by people much smarter than me, that made them go in order and follow a flow. And all of it is crafted to look real and attractive to real people. So use those scripts. Then as soon as you sell that box of drops, we're going to add our folks to Circle of Health. And in that group, that's where we're going to love on them. We're going to tag them in Dr. Crystal's video. Why? Well, I want to set them up for success and I want them to be part of our community. So they go, oh, it's not just me and Mary Catherine. There's lots of people that are going to help me on my journey. And then I'm going to follow up with those droppers weekly with a little bit of love. So what does that look like? This is our customer flow. And you can always do more than this. Oh, I see a blue frog making me thirsty. Love it, love it. You can always do more, but I'm going to ask you to try really hard not to do less. Okay. And so what does the customer flow look like? When you get your first box of drops to your customer, you're going to send the 3-way text that is the getting started text. And it's going to be you, your customer, and whoever got you started on the drops. Okay. So the 3 of you are going to be in that text and you're going to say, oh my goodness, here's how you use these drops. I can't wait for you to get some results and enjoy all the benefits from it. It's going to invite them to Circle of Health. It's going to tell them how to use it. It's going to tell them to take that before picture. And you're just going to nurture them in that very beginning. Then on week 1, I am going to set them up for success. And I'm going to send them a very bland, the scripts on boards of, hey, checking on you. How are the drops doing? Why? Why am I so neutral? Because I want them to feel comfortable giving me negative feedback if they have it. Because I'm going to problem solve. If they say, oh, I've never remembered to take them, I'm going to tell them to make sure that they set an alarm in their phone and don't worry about the food. If they say, oh, I've got a little bit of a headache, so I stopped, I'm going to say that's detoxing. Perfect. So I'm going to problem solve. Now, if you're saying, well, I'm brand new, how do I problem solve? I don't know the solutions. Well, if you have the person that got you started in that 3-way thread, they can help you with that. You also can go search in Circle of Health. I do this all the time where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do for that. Bloating. And I just search. I use the little search icon in Circle of Health. And lots of other people have asked that question and there's an answer and I can go shoot it to my customer, right? So I'm going to problem solve week 1 so that by week 2, I can celebrate. You'll notice that script is very different. I'm like, all right, tell me the good news. How are you winning? And they're going to give me a win. And when they give me that win, I'm going to pull them onto a Zoom with my 3-way, my 2x2 running mate. Okay. The person that got me started. Now, with that Zoom, we're going to make it as easy as possible. I'm not going to say, hey, good job. I want to get you on a Zoom with my upline. What are they going to do? Run. They're going to run because they think it's going to be this sales pitch. So I'm going to say, oh my gosh, congratulations. I'm going to send them the congratulations 1, 2, 3 script. And in that script, it's going to ask them that, they're going to want another box of drops before too long. Do they want to get it from me? Or do they want to save some money? Or do they possibly want to make some money? They say save or make. I'm going to say perfect. Does tomorrow morning at 10 work? They say yes. I'll send you a reminder about 10 minutes before. And that's it. I'm going to go scurry and I'm going to find somebody to jump on that Zoom with me. Okay. And 10 minutes before I'm supposed to call them, I'm going to send them a Zoom link. Okay. That's when they find out it's a Zoom, because we're all Zoomers, right? We're all used to it. That's the gift of COVID, is that we all know that Zooming is no big deal. So it's not going to scare anybody off at this point. They might need to update their app. Well, that's what the 10 minutes are for, right? That they can go update their app and jump on with us. And I'm not going to tell them I'm bringing somebody else with me, even though they should know this person by now because they've been in those three-way threads with them, those text threads. But I'm just going to bring them on, and it's going to be super comfortable. And I'm going to say, oh my goodness, Tom, I'm so excited to celebrate you. This is Mary Catherine. You know her from the text. Remember, she's the one that got me started. But Mary Catherine, I wanted you to just brag on Tom for a minute, because he's lost 2 pounds. He's sleeping better. His BMI is changed. I don't remember what you posted, Tom. Sorry. But I'm going to go love on him. And then Mary Catherine is going to brag on him. And then she's going to walk him through the conversion slide deck that's on boards. It's going to take us maybe 15 minutes. And then Tom can ask all his questions at the end. It might take a little bit longer, but it's very simple, and it leads people into the business, because that's our goal. We want to get them started. We want to attract them, and we want to get them started on these drops. And then we want to create these incredible raving fans that want to go into business with us, because that's what creates the long-term income here. I'm not here for the $60 to $80 to sell a box. Do I dance in my kitchen when I get it? Absolutely. But I'm really here for the 6 and 7 figures that come into our business in the future, because that's the part of growing a team. So let's say they didn't have a win on week 2. Well, week 3, I'm going to just ask them, you're almost out of drops. Are you ready for another box? They say yes. Then I'm going to send them the 1, 2, 3 script, and I'm going to walk them through that same process with the Zoom. Now, say we get to week 4 and they ghosted us. They never responded to a single text message. I'm just going to love on them, right? Hey, thanks for checking out this product. I hope you got all the results you wanted. I hope everything's okay with you, like you didn't fall off the planet. Love you so much. Let me know if you ever need anything else. Maybe they loved everything about us. I'm like, perfect. Stay in Circle of Health, and we need those quick, results in there. Stay in there and whatever. Maybe they hated everything about us. They're like, oh, I couldn't have a single Twinkie on that approved food list, and I do not want to live in a world without Twinkies. And I'm like, man, I don't want to either. Stay in Circle of Health. Maybe you'll find that trick that allows you to have Twinkies and health as well. Just stay in there. We love you for it, because we never know, right? I've had so many people come back later. All of our lives change. We're always in different seasons. And I might decide that today I hate it, but tomorrow I need it. And so we're going to leave them on love the entire time. So that's kind of our customer flow. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording real quick. So bear with me here, and the share.